Hi, my name is Rachel Smith. So where we left off from the first video is that I was trying to decide who to do my project with. I was deciding between a neighbor and a friend of a friend that I kind of sort of knew. I ended up going over to my neighbor's, knocking on the door. I asked if she would be interested in helping me with my project, and I, offered, the fact that I would be interested in getting to know her culture and like how, we are different or the same. And she told me no, which I completely respect and understand. She just said she would be uncomfortable and it's not something she wanted to do. She was really busy. So I asked if she knew anyone that would be interested, and ended up not working out with anyone she knew, and I'm a little awkward, didn't want to ask anyone. So I ended up working with her name's Julia. She is a friend of a friend, and so she's a neuroscience major, and so for this interaction I decided to take her. We're gonna go to a club meeting that got canceled for me for the SMEA, which is the Student Teacher Association thingy. I honestly don't know exactly what it stands for. So that's like a club I'm a part of, but the meeting got canceled due to weather that day. So instead of doing that, we decided just to, she came over, we sat down, and I actually took her through my study process for this test that we just took in T150. And so, at first I was really comfortable being the host. It's easier for me to open up and let people in to what I know than to be put in a situation that I don't know. So she came over, I took her through what I had been learning, how we had been learning it, and the amount of information that was going to be on a test. I told her, it's only a 100 level class, so, it's not the hardest, but it's still college. It's still, to me, it's been a good challenge. So, I kind of was afraid that she would judge, because I know that sometimes the education major in general can get a really bad reputation. So I was really nervous about that. And, I really had only talked to her once or twice here and there, so I didn't really know how she would react. So she came over, and when we were walking through the test, I feel like she was trying really hard to be polite. Near the end, I think, is when she got a little more comfortable. She was opening up to me. She was telling me how, I don't know, she has a lot more work in her classes, and she said we didn't have much information on one test, and at the time we hadn't gotten the exam review yet, so I didn't know exactly what the test would be on, so I couldn't tell her, oh, it's going to be essays and this and that, Opening up her to my culture made me uncomfortable by the end, because I did feel as though I was being judged, but I don't know why. I think that my culture and my major are just as important as hers, but that's my opinion, obviously, since I'm a part of it. We also went on Schedule Builder to, because the tentative stuff is open for next semester, so you can start looking at what you might want to take. So we went on there, and I was on the MSU website looking at what my required courses are, and there it was kind of my classes weren't as big of a deal as hers, I guess. She has to take Physics 1 and 2 and Chem 1 and 2 and stuff like that, whereas I don't have to take any of that. And I think she might have seen it as not as difficult as classes. I tried to keep an open mind. It was kind of hard for someone to tell you that they don't take, or act like they don't take what you do or want to do seriously. But I showed her, that I'm going to have to be in classrooms doing this and that, and she just kind of was well, she just kind of brushed it off, which made me a little uncomfortable there too. Overall, though, I think it was really good that we got to interact with each other. She agreed to do the next interaction with me. I think she's going to take me to one of her club meetings for the neuroscience club, so that'll be good. And then we'll probably do along the same lines where we walk each other through, or she can show me what kind of classes she's taking. Maybe we could go through a review for a test for one of her classes that's specific to her major, and that way we can learn from each other. I think it'll be good. to see her values, since I know my values and what is important to me, and we didn't quite get into what's super important to her in school, so I'm excited to like get into that next time I meet with her. And other than that, it went really well. I was comfortable being the host. I don't think I'll be as comfortable being the one that's in someone else's culture, but it'll be good for me to learn like what else is going on around campus and what other students value in their education. So until next time.